Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Professional Fishing 2. And in this video I'm going to show you guys my feeder tutorial. Feeder fishing is really well executed in this game. There are a couple of things that I would add and some things that I would change to make it a little bit more player friendly, but at the moment it works really well. It's a very good executed system in this game. So what is feeder fishing? So you got the basket. You can put ground bait in the basket. It's going to attract fish and you fish on the bottom. You can, of course, don't use ground bait and just fish like that. You put it in a rod stand and you put alarms on it, and if they beep, you just strike. By the way, you can put your bamboo float setup in a rod stand too. It will beep too. I tested it. So there is not really that much difference between feeder fishing and float fishing. So if you don't like to feeder fish, yeah, just buy an extra bobber setup and you will catch more fish, because the more rods that you can get in the water, the more fish you catch. And I will explain that a little bit later, because you can work with the hooks. So you can go with small hooks for bleak and roach, and you can go with bigger hooks for tench, bream, the crucian, prussian carp. So you need to find the combination, and then you will make the most experienced money. So I will show you guys one of my favorite positions too, where you can just almost power level in this game. So let's get started. I'm now here with the shop. So what do you need to buy? Because you need to do some investment. So what did I do? So if you go to the rods, you see here there is one feeder rod. I expect in the future that we are going to get more. You can see it got a test of 8 kilograms. So you can make a setup around 8 kilograms. Then if you go to the reels, we got 3 of them, but what I would suggest you buy is the heaviest one. So you can see that the heaviest one is 10 kilogram, but it's only 300 currency difference with 8 kilogram. Normally the 8 kilogram is better in this setup, but I would just buy the 10. For 300 currency, you get almost, 25% more test. And it does not really matter in this game. It's not like in other fishing games that you got that line and then you can get that fish in. If your drag is at 90%, it does not work like that. I tested it on the fight. It's a special fight that you need to pump, let it go. But I did the calculations and they are not matching. So that's what I want to say. So even with this setup, if you go to 80%, you can lose the fish. Even a fish of 2 kilograms. So buy this, buy the feeder rod, and then for the line, very simple, buy the heaviest one. So you can see it's already a lot of money that you need to spend. So this is 2,200 plus 1,500 is 3,700 plus the line is 300. Once again is 4,000. And then you need to get the basket, that's 80, and then the ground bait. The ground bait, I saw it works really well, but don't expect the ground bait to only attract the fish that is on the ground bait. So you got 4 ground baits here. They are in total 500 gram. So you always use a little bit of it, and it will decay over time when it's in the water. So you got 4 types at the moment. To target bream, carp, that's crucian and prussian, roach and tench. So here you can see it. So, and then you need to buy the bite alarms. So that's 999 too, so 1,000 currency. Do you need to have them at the start? No, because you can just watch your line. If your line goes away, you strike. And then the rod stand, you can buy it too. So I bought this one. So the maximum that you can have in this game is 3 rods at the same time, because you only got 3 slots. Normally with this setup you can go with 4, but the game is not allowing that. So this is the biggest one that you can buy. You got on the pegs rod stands that are already over there, so you can use them at the start. I will show you guys that. You got 3 of them. This is a simple one for 1 rod, so you can fish with 2, 1 in the hand, 1 here. Here you can already fish with 3. So if you always want to fish with 1 bobber, 2 feeder setups, this is more than enough. Because here you can put the bottom setups and you can keep the floater in your hand. So that's it, guys. So now it's time to fish a little bit. I got everything ready. So, and where is the position that I'm going to show you guys? Look at this. Jesus. I'm going to show you guys a very good position. And if you got the first time the feeder setup come to here. So this is a very good position. I'm very close to getting the bream too. I was very close. You guys will see it at the end. I'm going to try to get the record here too. I already got the crucian record. But this is a good position to get experience and money because it's full with the biggest fish in this area. So you just come here and what you need to do is you just go a little bit backwards. Because you need to install your rod stand. So you just push here at the top the chest. So you can do it with the key too. Then you take your rod stand and then you just drag it to here. Looks really good, but here is one thing that I think the developer can implement, that we can rotate the rod stand. I don't think that we can do it at the moment. So now I want to get it a little bit more to the left because I want to fish here, but that's not possible. So it's always pointed to that direction so that I can put it a little bit more left and right. So that's the first thing. It's just a small thing, but I know at some occasions this will be problematic. For example, if I want to fish, for example, to the left a little bit somewhere behind lilies, I cannot position the rod pot the way that I want to do it. Then the other thing that you need to do is you just get the bite alarms on it. So you do this. And before I forgot, I'm going to show you guys, of course, the thing that I just said. So on some of the pegs, you already got rod stands that are built on the peg. So you can just use them and you can put your bite alarms on them too. So just put your feeder setup here. And then you just do the same. Just go to your inventory, take the bite alarms, and you can just smack them here too. If you want to get rid of them, you do this. And then they work just the same like a rod stand that you buy in the shop. So don't forget to do that, because the bite alarms help a lot. Otherwise, you always need to have look visual to your line, and that's not always possible. So here we come. So I'm going to put my bite alarm here too. Yeah. So I got now 2 of them because that's more than enough. The third one is my float setup. So what do you need to do next? Of course, you need to get your fishing net out. Very important. So you put it here and now you're ready to fish. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about some stuff that I saw. So I was working around. So how do you need to make a setup? Just the same like the bamboo. So the first time you just click here, you take your feet, you drag it to this guy, then you get a chance to get a reel here, then you can throw your line in, and then the basket. So here you can see the basket, and then the next one is something important. So you can see this is for the ground bait. Yeah, and of course I don't have ground bait at the moment. And I don't think that I got money either. So what do you need to do is you just get your ground bait that you bought, you just drag it here and you put it here. It's always small portion of the big bag. So just drag it over here and then you will see that this area becomes green. If this area is not green anymore, that means that you need to refill it. Then the next one is the hook. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the hook because I did some testing. So I saw that if you go to an 8 hook or a 10 hook, on that moment you will not get the bleak anymore and the roach. So if you want to go for the bream and the tench, everything under an 8 hook, so 8, 6, I think it's here, 4, 2, they will all give big fish. But I didn't saw a difference between an 8 and a 4. I still had the same fish on the 4, so that's a little bit a problem for me. Because it's not really a problem, but it's possible that you can go with the 2-2. But at some point, if you fish with the 8, it's more than enough to get a big fish because all the small fish is not biting anymore. That's what I want to say. So you can just smack an 8 or a 4 or not, it does not matter. What I like to do is the next. So I get a 4 hook, I put worms on it. Then I got a smaller hook on my bottom setup, an 18 or something, and I put a maggot on it so that I can get the small species into. But you can decide if you want to go purely for bream, tench, crucian, prussian, go with an 8 hook, put an earthworm on one and a maggot on another one, and you will get non-stop very big fish. So I'm going to put now a green on it, condition. So the next thing what you need to do. So now you need to throw in the water. So I throw always in front of me. And now you got two things that you can do. So you can just hover over it and put it down with E, but this is not a good system. I don't like this. So because it's not that easy to put it at the right track. Or you can push Control. And normally you can click, but this time he does not want to do it. Okay. So let's try to do it again. No, this time he does not want to do it. Maybe normally if you do Control, you got here that you can click it, but maybe I first need to put one down. So you just put it down in your electronic slot. Then you take the other one, the same setup. So you can see here I got an 18 hook. You just throw this into. Here we go. So let's have a look that I can do the Control now. No, I cannot still do it. So normally if you do Control, you can see here like a circle. And if you click on it, you can strike if the fish bites, or you can put it in the rod holder. But this time I think it's a little bit bugging at the moment. So let's try it again. Maybe I need to go a little bit further and come back. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now it's here. So if you push now Control, so now you can just click on the one that you want to strike on. I don't like that much. So that's something that I'm not really a fan of. What I like is this. So you can just push 2 or 3. But the problem is, if you want to get now the third rod in the rod holder, so that's my bobber setup, that's very difficult. So you can just hover to E, or you can do Control and just click here. So I think that it's maybe better. In Fishing Planet we had a system that we just did Shift F3, 2 or 1, and that you put it right away in the rod stand. So now I got a bite, it's number 3. So you just push number 3, you strike and you get the fish in. So you don't have that much of time to get the fish in. So here is the first crucian. Throw it really quick in the basket, because you will catch a lot of fish. You need to get a little bit this kind of fishing in the fingers. Otherwise, it's not going to go that well. So now we put this back in. I do Control, I click here, it's slot number 3. I'm going to get my bobber in 2. So here we go. I push Control again, click here, and now it's over here. Because bobbers, they will activate the electronic bells too. And now you just need to wait, so you can just click on the one that you got the bite, or you can just, what I just did, push 1, 2 or 3. So that's really good. There is the bite on the bobber. That's 1. You strike, you get the fish in. So here we go. Throw it really quick in the basket or the net. Then you go again. So most of the time I fish like this. So I keep this in my hand. And there is a bite on number 2. So we are going to take number 2. Strike. This is a very nice fish right away. So you can see they still fight. And this is an 8 kilogram setup, by the way. This is a fat bream. What do you need to do now is, if you got the net, you put it down in the water. You push right mouse button. You just drag it in the net. That's what you need to do. Very nice one. 1.88 kilogram. So we throw this back in the water. Here we go. I'm going to pick up the float setup this time. So number 1. Here we go. Normally I want to get number 3 in the electronics too, so we can do that really quick. So push Control again, click here, and then we push 1. So you guys can already see I already did it a couple of times. So I'm already fishing a couple of hours with this. But you need to get it in the fingers. And once that you get it in the fingers, you can catch what I think this is what is going to deliver the most fish. The rod stand is the key. Not really the feeder fishing, because you can do the same with 3 bobbers if you want. So, because this is expensive, if you want to get, I think, a little bit a similar setup, you pay like 1,800 for the bamboo, instead of 2,200 for the feeder. And now it goes really quick. So now we need to watch it. Is he still biting? Yeah, it's number 3. So let's pick up number 3. Here we go. Now I throw this back in the water. And that's it, guys. I cannot say more to you guys. So it's a little bit of adapting, a little bit of practice, this kind of fishing. But once that you are doing it for some time, you can see that I already got 4.5 kilograms of fish in my net. So I'm going to put this here too. I'm going to get one more fish and then I'm going to end the video. So what I'm going to do, the next, I think I'm just going to get big hooks on my bottom rods, feeder rods, and I'm just going to focus on the leaderboard fish on this peg. So I want to beat the bream. This is a common dace, bleak, sorry, it's not a dace. Throw this back in the water. You do control, or you keep it. I'm going to keep it in my hand. I like to fish like this with my bobber. So let's have a look. There is another fish. So you can see that you can catch a lot of fish this way. Here is another one. Throw it here. It's already almost 5 kilograms of fish. I want to get one more fish on the feeder and then I'm going to end the video. So the next video will be spin fishing. That's one of the videos that I still want to do. And then I think that I did most of the demo. But I was today reading on the forums. There is a lot of stuff that the developer want to get in the game. So I think that we can expect a lot of more gameplay in the future. Come on, feeder rods. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have ground bait. If I put ground bait on it, they bite a lot faster. You guys can see that the condition on my maggot is not optimal anymore. So it's a little bit too low, and it's, yeah, there is one on my feeder. So let's throw this really quick in and let's have a look that we can get. It's number 3, by the way. Here we go. Let's strike. Small one, because this is the 18 hook. Here we go. So this is another one. So you guys can see it. Almost 6 kilograms in the video. I think I fished 5 minutes. So you can make bank, you can make experience, you can do that task, but of course you need to play a little bit before you can acquire all those setups. And there is the other one. This is a fat one because this is hook 4, by the way. So look the bending. Here comes the net. .13 kilogram Prussian carp. Thanks for watching, guys. Have fun in the game and I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.